Hello YouTube, this is another QAZWSX2541 Blender tutorial. Today I'm going to be showing you how to do split screen in Blender 2.6. So I'm using Blender 2.64, but it should work with newer versions up to a point. Of course it may not work with Blender 3. So anyway, the first thing we're going to do is in the top center of the screen we're going to switch it to Blender Game. We're going to split this 3D window and open up a text editor. You're then going to go to the first download link in the description, and that will download a script from tutorialsforblender3d.com. I recommend you guys check them out. They have lots of cool resources there. This script is it's called viewports.py, and so we're going to open up that text block, and this basically does most of the work for us. So next we're going to drag up this bottom window and switch it to a logic editor. From there we're going to need to make another camera so we can actually see the split screen going on. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to move this camera and just kind of rotate it so it's looking more directly at this cube. Then I'm just going to duplicate this camera over, and I'm also going to duplicate the cube over, and I'm just going to recolor the cube. So with the cube selected, I'm going to go to the Materials tab. I'm going to add a new material and switch it to red. Then we're going to select our main camera, add an always sensor, and add a Python controller. That Python controller, we will run the viewports.py script. Stretch out this sidebar, and we're going to add three properties. The first one will be viewport_1. The second one will be viewport_2, and the third one will be vertical. So vertical will be a boolean, and the other two will be strings. So these first two, viewport 1 and viewport 2, just tell us what the camera objects that we want to use are. So in this case, our first camera is going to be just camera, and our second camera is going to be camera 0.001. Vertical basically defines which direction the screen is going to split. So for viewport 1 here, we're going to put in camera, and for viewport 2, we're going to put in camera 0.001. So if we play the game, you can see we have split screen, and if we turn on vertical, you can see we have a vertical split in the split screen instead. And that's a very basic way of getting split screen. Just be sure to double check this the spellings everywhere as far as viewport goes, and the camera names as well. Capitals do matter. Other than that, that's it. So thank you guys very much for watching. Enjoy the rest of your day.